Hello, everyone! The heartbreaking update about Charles S. Dutton, the legendary actor who captivated audiences as the tough yet loving garbage man, Rock Emerson, on the iconic 90s sitcom Rock, is now spreading across the internet like wildfire, leaving fans devastated and reflecting on the fragility of life and the mortality of the heroes we grew up admiring. Because while many remember Dutton for his commanding presence, his deep, booming voice, and the strength he brought to every role, news has now surfaced that he has been quietly battling serious health challenges behind the scenes, stepping back from the public eye and leaving supporters around the world in a state of shock, grief, and heartfelt concern. To understand why this update is shaking people so deeply, you have to remember Charles S. Dutton's life story. A man who grew up in Baltimore facing poverty, crime, and violence, who ended up serving time in prison during his youth, but who refused to let his mistakes define him, discovering the world of acting while incarcerated, educating himself, and eventually transforming his entire life through determination, talent, and resilience, proving to the world that redemption was possible and that the human spirit could rise from the darkest places to shine in the brightest spotlight. And that's why his story has always resonated so strongly, because he wasn't just an actor. He was a living testimony of perseverance, someone who took pain and turned it into art, someone who created a career on his own terms and broke through barriers in Hollywood to become a multiple Emmy award-winning performer. His role in Rock was more than just a sitcom character. It was a cultural milestone because the show tackled real issues like racism, drugs, crime, and poverty, while still celebrating love, family, and community. And Charles S. Dutton brought such raw honesty to the role that people felt like they were watching real life unfold, not just television. And decades later, fans still describe Rock as one of the most authentic portrayals of Black family life on television, making Dutton not just a star, but a voice for the voiceless, an artist who gave dignity to characters and communities that Hollywood often overlooked. Now, to hear that he is reportedly struggling with declining health, in and out of treatment, and possibly facing his toughest battle yet, fans feel a collective ache, because this is not just about one man. It is about losing a symbol of strength, a figure who defied the odds and inspired millions. And that's why the internet has erupted with tributes, prayers, and words of support as people share favorite clips from Rock, emotional quotes from his interviews, and heartfelt messages thanking him for the impact he made on their lives. What makes this news even more emotional is the fact that Dutton has always spoken openly about legacy, mortality, and the importance of doing meaningful work. And so hearing that his health is now compromised forces fans to confront the idea that we may not have much more time to celebrate him while he is here, which is why so many are urging others to give him his flowers now, to honor him not just for Rock, but for his unforgettable performances in projects like Alien 3, A Time to Kill, The Corner, and countless stage plays where his commanding presence reminded audiences of the transformative power of storytelling. It is heartbreaking because Charles S. Dutton has spent a lifetime overcoming obstacles that most would never survive, only to now face a battle that his sheer willpower cannot easily overcome, and that reality has left fans mourning in advance, clinging to hope and praying for a miracle, because if anyone deserves more time, it's a man who gave so much of himself to inspire others. Beyond the sadness, this update also serves as a wake-up call to appreciate our legends while they are still with us, because too often we wait until they are gone to fully acknowledge their contributions, and Charles S. Dutton's contributions are enormous. He not only entertained, he educated, uplifted, and showed us all that greatness can come from the unlikeliest beginnings. So while the news of his health struggles is breaking hearts across the internet, it is also sparking a renewed appreciation for the man, the myth, and the message he carried throughout his life, reminding us that even when the body weakens, the legacy of someone like Charles S. Dutton will never fade. And though the road ahead may be uncertain, one thing is undeniable. He has already carved his place in history, and no illness, no passing of time can ever erase the impact of his story, his art, and his truth. Thanks for watching.